Hello and welcome to another installation of ASIS Faces and Business Cases. I'm today going to be having a lovely chat with Yolanda Hamblen, and I'll just get straight into it, Yolanda. The 3 questions, the normal format. So tell me, I'd like to hear about what first attracted you to ASIS.
Hi, Letitia. Thank you for having me today. What attracted me to ASIS? I was aware of ASIS for quite some time, actually, before I became a member. And I guess really the reason for that is because I was mingling quite a lot outside of work in informal events that were full of ASIS members, but not necessarily ASIS events. So I was aware of the group and I was aware of the membership, but I didn't really understand, the benefit to me for becoming a member until I started to develop closer relationships with ASIS members. And then through my own sort of personal development program, a way of identifying mentors to help me in my own career and help me get into the right direction, I stumbled across a couple of members who really did encourage me to join up. And what it's done is massively opened up an opportunity to have greater access to a lot more experienced people. People who are much smarter than me. And so I really, really enjoy the opportunity to be around those kinds of peers, especially in my own career. And since becoming a member, I can tell you that I can't imagine not being a member now, because the way that I've become integrated, and I can discuss this with you, kind of means that I can't carry on and do all of those things that I really enjoy doing unless I'm a member. So I think the more you get involved, the more you see being an ASIS member, just being a member of your normal business life. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely agree with everything you're saying, and this is the nice part, right? And I know a little bit about you. I know you outside of this space as well. So I'm going to ask you about what your aspirations you have for ASIS and how you're contributing.
So it started off really, and all of this comes through the network. It comes through having conversations with ASIS members, developing friendships, and listening and being around in those right conversations where opportunities come up. And so when an opportunity came up to sit on the board for an alternative security advisory board, that was also through my ASIS membership. So I also am an advisory board member for FPO, the International Foundation for Protection Officers. So this is all about reaching out to the frontline security. And then through that connection, I was then able to be connected with women wider internationally, which is part of a very big focus of mine. And we have formed a group called the Women in Security Global Alliance. And what's very exciting about this group is that some of us are ASIS members, some of us are FPO members, some of us belong to memberships of security organizations around the world that I've never even heard of. And this is a way for us to get together, have a common agenda, work to that agenda to really focus on what's amazing about the group and its mission, and also the diversity and inclusivity element of security globally. So that's really good. And also, I sit on the International ASIS Physical Steering Committee. Sometimes it feels a little bit more than I can understand at the moment, because this is a very, very established group of very, very established professionals. And I'm looking to still, only a couple of months in now, establish how I can contribute in a really positive way to that group. But it's an amazing group, and to sit in international conversations around the physical security arena and what makes us all that subject matter community is really exciting. So just starting out there really, but it would never have happened if I hadn't yet discussed with that wonderful ASIS member why it was great to become an ASIS member. And so really the journey that I've come on, I can't imagine going backwards now. I can only imagine being able to contribute more. But what's really good is that I can focus on the things that I'm very passionate about and use the ASIS membership and my network to be able to achieve that.
Perfect. And yeah, I can't say anything more, because everything you're saying is everything that is really appealing about this role, being the chair and getting involved with the international chapters and with the committees as well. So thank you for what you're doing on ASIS behalf, as well as being that advocate out in the wider women's agenda as well. And so finally, the last question, what is the one area of security you'd like to hear more from in our ASIS programs?
I think it's always going to be for me about training and development, because no matter where an individual is in their career, no matter how much they know or recognize they need to know, knowing how ASIS can support members and encourage other people to become members through our training and development programs, I think is going to be key. So yeah, you know, I know that I'm going to have to do the CPP, the PSP. These are like knocking on my door, and I think really just because I've had a bit of a destabilized sort of career over the last sort of 12 to 18 months. I'm hoping it's going to settle down now, because I think, Letitia, you'll understand that to do something like the CPP, you need to have a little bit more of a stable work life. So once that settles down, I'm going to be the one reaching out saying, okay, let's do this, let's go for it. But one of the things that I always do is I always advocate and tell everybody what I'm doing, especially if I'm enjoying it and loving it and benefiting from it. And there are still lots of other women out there, specifically in the UK, who I want to reach out to and invite them into us. But, you know, we can only sort of hit it one day at a time. But great work. You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, like you, very passionate about what this is. As you've said, and I say it a lot, you know, you get out of this what you put in. And I think that's what this association to me is about, and partly why I'm doing this, because I also think it's about connecting people and making sure people have the freedom and the ability to network with each other. And not just within ASIS, it's, as you've rightly said, it's about the communications with the other associations. We're all in this together, and it is about, you know, the bigger agenda. So Yolanda, thank you so much for your time this morning, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers.